reggae, soul, hip hop. We're gonna get some steel pans, get some poetry, reggae. I'm giving you more, alright? So remember to use the hashtag #YouGiveHope. That's the letter U, give hope. Follow on Instagram, also on Facebook as well. Let's get enough support for our communities, all right? Should be going up to about 8 o'clock UK time, which is about 9 o'clock in our time. Yeah, okay.
Your heart was wounded, God sent me to heal it on a mission. Ain't no stress, love, touch it with precision. Just undress, love, I know the right position. Don't trust me, girl, throw this rock up on your hand, I'll give you the world in your face. On the grill was the honey looking lace.
Just gonna change up the style. Going inside the sounds of Mr. Beres Hammond. You're like a bit of Beres, isn't it?
Body dance and nothing not one. Woman say to me, time to go home and try to convince her, baby, please, cause you cause in half an hour from now, you'll never believe all the wonderful treats and goodies you're about to receive. Oh. Sing like just on a singing song. And if the crowd never say, pull up, you know that it's someone you can. Pull up down, and it never plan. Pull up, yes. Now the dance get wicked and wild. If the crowd should say, pull up, you know that it's someone you can. Pull up, yes. Nothing can stop it from. Pull up, yes. Yeah. Pull it up, you follow. I know you're gonna have a smile on your face when you look around and see who's dancing in the place. You're not gonna watch no face. Before you know it, you'll be saying like everyone said, pull up, you never be so another. Pull up, yes, straight to number one. Pull up, yes, yeah, the dance gets wicked and wild. When the prophet pull up, yes, this is what I've done. Pull up, yes, and nothing never plan. Pull up, yes, now, pull it up to the bottom. Big up the people from near and far. Yo, big like a car. Look around you, all the different people surround you. From uptown, from midtown, and from the garrison too, yes. I see selectors floating, got bricks ready to spin. It's all about the wind. Some of them not on the bill. Still they're ready to kill. Anything comes around, goes down.
So in a moment, I'm going to tell you what's coming up this evening,
And that's when I hope
what the lineup is, so you know,
from a distance.
and get yourselves ready, all right?
In the place.
I'll do that after the next tune.
Cause I know there could be a showdown. Anything can go down. From where I am standing, I can sense in the crowd and say, pull up, now is the one you can. Pull up this, straight to number one. Pull up this, now the crowd get big and wild. Selector, pull up, you know that is the one you can. Pull up this, straight to number one. Pull up this, now the crowd get big and wild.
Don't know when I've been so blue. Don't know what's come over you. You found someone new, and don't it make my brown eyes blue? I'll be fine when you're gone. I'll just cry. Give me no reasons, give me alibis. Tell me you love me, don't make me cry. Say anything, but don't say goodbye. I didn't mean to treat you bad. I didn't know just what I had, but honey, now I do. And don't it make my brown eyes, don't it make my brown eyes, don't it make my brown eyes blue? Oh, yeah. Don't know when I've been so blue. Don't know what's come over you. You found someone new, and don't it make my brown eyes blue? I'll be fine when you're gone. I'll just cry all night long. Say it isn't true, and don't it make my brown eyes blue? Tell me no secrets, tell me some lies. Give me no reasons, give me alibis. Tell me you love me and don't make me cry. Say that, but don't say goodbye. I didn't mean to treat you bad. I didn't know just what I had, but honey, now I do. And don't it make my brown eyes, don't it make my brown eyes, don't it make my brown eyes blue?
Want to big up Carol on this one? She says she remembers the original. So do I, darling. You ain't alone. Originally done by Crystal Gale. This is the sound of Tessan Chin. Don't you make my brown eyes blue? Right now the brown eyes gone black. Me tired. Tired, you see.
Oh, babe. And don't it make my brown eyes, don't it make my brown eyes, don't it make my brown eyes blue? Hey, Don't you make my brown eyes, baby,
Just in case you didn't know, Tessanne Chin, she won American Idol some years ago. No, she won the American Voice that she won. Okay, but then her marriage was broken down and she's no longer singing. What a waste, man, because that woman can sing. But anyway, good evening and welcome to everyone. Another evening of entertainment from the Ubele Initiative. So as I said before, we've got a varied timetable for this evening. All right, so do remember, use the hashtag YouGiveHope, the letter U give hope. All right, also follow us on Facebook. All right, the Ubele Initiative. All right, so good evening going out to those of you watching via Facebook. Good evening going out to the Ubele family as well. All right, those on Zoom. So we're going to have singers, we're going to have a Pannist, we're going to have some videos, we're going to have an economist, a poet, we're going to have Mr. Alexander the Great as well. So we're going to have an evening full of entertainment. All right, so I'm just going to play a couple more tunes until I get the signal. All right, that we can start the proceedings rolling. All right, but in the meantime, I'm going to give you another one from this album entitled Reggae Goes Country. All right, this is the sounds of Itana. Now I know I ain't old enough to remember the original. No sign, not all. If you remember the original of this, glad you're still with us, yeah?
Crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy for feeling so blue. I you love me as long as you want it, and then someday you need me for somebody why do I let myself worry? What in the world do I do? Oh, I'm crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying, crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Crazy, crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy for trying, crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Why do I let myself worry? What in the world can I thinking my love can hold you. I'm crazy for trying, crazy for finding, and I'm crazy loving you.
So this was originally done by Patsy Cline, if you didn't know. It was originally released in 1961. Way before I was born. But it's a bad song nonetheless. This is Itana. And as I said, it's off the album entitled Reggae Goes Country.
I'm crazy for loving you.
be back later on in the show to close the proceedings, playing some more music just for you. And if I didn't introduce myself, I apologize. My name is Lite, and I'm here courtesy of UniqueVibez.com, a #1 internet radio station where on a Saturday I play reggae, on a Sunday I play soul. All right. So I'm going to hand you over to the host with the most.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming back and spending another Friday afternoon with us. So we're going to kick off our proceedings this afternoon. And we've got Usifu in the house. Usifu, wave, say hi. Hey, are you ready for us, Usifu? Are you ready to give us one of your stories?
I am absolutely ready to give you one lovely story.
Thank you. Thank you. Go for it.
Okay, you're ready? Okay, that's
ready
good, that's good. All right, well, greetings to you, greetings to everybody there. It's just nice to have you all. Well, today I've been thinking a lot about what to share with you, and I thought, let me share, a funny story, because well, a story within my culture, the Limba culture in Sierra Leone. Women is really considered, that's, right up there. And so therefore, every time when we tell stories, we have many stories that is always about going to woo a woman, to win a woman's heart, to get her to, to marry her. So we have lots and lots of stories like this, So I want to share just one very short story. I know that many of you in the Caribbean, you have a very famous character that everybody know as Anansi. And in my own culture, in the Limba, we call him Wosi. And in another language, in Timini, they call him Pannist. But wherever you go, whether it is Wosi, Pannist, Anansi, Bunansi, Branansi, Kweku Anansi, is always the same Anansi. It does not change. Well, when I say in and you give me out, I say in.
Out.
Thank you very much. Only one person I heard going out. Well, are we all sleeping in here? What is this? What is this? You people don't get me vexed, and I start boxing up this phone.
Usifu, we're all muted.
All right, one again. In.
In.
Out. Out. All right then.
Now you can go mute again. All right, now. Well, the chief had a beautiful daughter. I mean, she was beautiful. Her eyes were like twinkle, twinkle, little stars. I mean, if you think I am lying, this girl, her eyes make the stars look like they're not shining. Her hair falls perfectly without her trying. Oh, she's so beautiful. I mean, she was so beautiful, and everybody looked at this girl and they wished that they would say, this girl is my wife and not that other man's wife, especially not Brian's wife, especially not Alexander the Great's wife, but my wife, Usifu, that she is mine. And this girl, she was so beautiful. She has a name. She was called Cleopatra. I'm not joking you. She was called Cleopatra. In fact, people go and just say Cleo. That's how they'll cut it short for her. Well, Cleo was so beautiful. And so the king says, if anybody wants to marry my beautiful Cleo, you must first of all prove to me, swallow you must swallow a big pot, boiling pot of pottage. Now, I don't know, they call it pottage in English. In Limba, we call it ebe. The king says you must take that hot pot of ebe and one go, you must swallow it, finish. And if you can do that, Cleopatra is all yours. And Cleopatra, I mean, when Cleopatra, when she blinks her eyes, when she smiles, the sun is embarrassed because her teeth were whiter than the sun. Me, if I am lying, you check anybody who's called Cleopatra and watch her smile, and you will see if I'm not speaking the truth. Thank you very much. Now, and so they came, they said, King, we want that smile that can brighten up our nights. Because you see, in Africa, there's no electricity like how you have electricity all over your place in those villages in those times. You know, so when nighttime comes, Cleopatra's smile, it brightens up everywhere in the whole bedroom. And everybody wanted. And so one by one, they came for Cleopatra. The first one to come was Brahippopotamus. He came, he said, me, I am here. I said, King. He said, you see my mouth? You see how big it is? Where is the pottage? And the king says, well, look at the pottage. If you can eat this ebe and you can swallow it, no problem. Hippopotamus, he came. He took the pot. Just as he started sipping it, it was too hot. He could not drink the thing, and he put it and he said, King, I am not able. And he said, Hippopotamus, just get out of here. It was not long. Guess who came next? Usain Bolt. He says, King, I am here for Cleopatra. And the king says, you think you can run fast enough in this sport? And Usain Bolt, he says, King, as I am right now, I have come like a lightning bolt, and I will deal with this pot. And he took the pot. One sip, he ran so fast. This is why Usain Bolt break world records, because he ran away from the heat of the pot. If I am lying, you check Usain Bolt if he's not the record holder of running. He was running from the hot porridge that was in the pot, all because of Cleopatra. It was not only that, it got so much. Guess who came next? Lennox Lewis. He says, me, I am here. They say, you, Lennox. They say, yes, he say, I'm here. He said, you see me, as big as my muscles are. He says, I am pottage expert. And he came, they says, I will go ahead. He himself, he took the pot. As he put it in his mouth, it did not even take 2 minutes. He ran away. He was not able. Everybody tried their best to do this one. I do not know who came next. Oh, I tell you who came next. I think he's what's his name now? I think they call him John Legend, somebody like that. And when he came, he started something because even before he came to the scene, to the ports, he saw Cleopatra, and he just started. What would I do without your smart mouth? Drawing me in and you kicking me out. Got my head spinning, no kidding, I can't pin you down. What's going on in that beautiful mind? I'm in your magical mystery ride, and I'm so dizzy, don't know what hit me, but I'll be all right. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. All of me loves all of you. I love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I give my all to you. You my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. So give me all of you. And Cleopatra look and says, you want me to give you all of my me? Go and drink the pottage first. And if I am lying, when he tried drinking that pottage, do you hear the voice of that man? It is all hers, right? It is not smooth like Beyonce, right? His voice is, it was because of the pottage that he drank for Cleopatra. And he went away. People all over, they came. It was not long that Anansi came. And they say, Anansi, who are you? He says, Chief. He said, I am here for Cleo. He said, don't call her Cleo. It's Cleopatra. He said, no problem, Cleopatra, whichever you want to call it, I am here for her. And they say, eh? They say, well, where's the pot? He said, look, he said, where is her? They said, that's her. Look at the way she wrapped her hair. That's her. No problem at all. She's wrapped her hair the best way. This, she's going to be my wife. I am ready today. And they say, where's the pot? They say, look at it right there in the fire. And so, Branansi, he says, look, Chief, I am going to drink. He says, but first of all, I must go right around the village. And everybody, I must show them this pot. I must show them this pot that I am about to drink, because they need to know that if anything happens to me, it is because of Cleopatra. So I must go around the village and show every single person this pot. I must sing a song as I show them. And the chief, he says, no problem. You can do whatever you want as long as you drink the pottage. He says, all right. So Anansi, he took the pot and he went around house to house in the whole village. He started singing. Now, so your answer, even though you're on mute, you can answer tunye. That's your answer. Tunye. Tunye oskido yehure tunye banantugu nombena tunye ndoni peto tunye tina ninka boro tunye tunye oskido yehure tunye banantugu nombena tunye ndoni peto tunye tina ninka boro tunye. And Brother Spider, he took the bowl to the first house. He showed the children there. He says, children, I want you to look at this bowl. He says, look at it. He says, in case you hear of any trouble, he says, in case I die, whoever will stay with Cleopatra, if it is not me, I'll put problem in that person's head today. And so they will answer him. And he went from one house to the next house. Oskido yehure, oskido yehure. Banantugu nombena, ndoni peto, tina ninka boroe, tunye, letahabem patimbe, uskido yehure, banantugu nombena, ndoni peto, tina ninka boroe, tunye, and he went on from one house to the next house and to the next house and to the next house. And by the time he came back to the chief, he took the pots and one big gulp, he drank everything, finished. Well, to cut a long story short, Anansi became Prince Anansi as he married Princess Cleopatra. You have heard this story that they say Antony and Cleopatra or Julius Caesar. That story is not true. It is actually Anansi and Cleopatra. That's the true story. And that's where I leave you today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Usifu. Thank you. That was amazing.
Thank you. Nice story.
It's a pleasure. I just want you all to know, before I go, that very soon, I think I said this last week, that once I set up, I'm going to be setting up a page for putting all of my work, and so I'm going to put it out there for subscription. So just asking for all of your own support, so that basically it will give you access to a lot of traditional stories from Africa, but also stories that will be in my languages as well, which I think is incredibly important. And it's just for us just to access and live performances and blah, blah, blah. You all know everything is going online now. So I think that it's best that we take our own oral heritage and create a space where all of us can access and we can hear our stories for us all to enjoy. Thank you all so much from Jan Rolandson. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Usifu. That was amazing. You can follow Usifu. He's got his website and he's on social media, usifujalloh.com at Usifu Jalloh. Thanks again, Usifu. That was amazing.
Thank you. Okay. Forgive me, I'm going to take a leave because I'm preparing for another
Yes,
Zoom.
yes.
Thank you so much. Okay.
And now we have a message from one of our previous performers.
Katalai, repping the Democratic Republic of Congo, coming again to give a big shout out to You Give Hope with the Ubele initiative. This is a wonderful way to gather all of us together. So keep the hope. Right? We're gonna go right to the drum. You find your heartbeat.
Yancy, back to you.
Is coming into the room, Mr. International. But while we wait for Mr. International, let's just give some more love to Usifu Jalloh. He's had to run off to another engagement, but he is amazing. He wants to get his stories out there. So if you can, please follow him at www.usifujallloh.com. And he's also on Instagram at Usifu Jalloh. Thanks again, Usifu. I know you've despaired off. Is Mr. International ready for us, or should I? Oop, there he is. No, he's not. Okay. Then we have got our Pannist. And our Pannist is Mr. Rahmel Lee. He's a Pannist, a songwriter, and a producer. Rahmel, I can see his room. There he is.
Hello, I don't know if you can hear me, but my connection's really bad, so I'm gonna just keep talking.
I can.
Hi. Yeah, my connection's really bad, so as long as you guys can hear me, then that's great. Yes, I'm gonna be performing 2 songs today. One of them, which is the first one I released today. It's a electronic instrumental track with steel pans over it. So you can check that out everywhere. That's on YouTube and Spotify. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a play and I hope you guys like it. Flourishing. That was the first one. You guys can hear me, yeah? Perfect. This is the second one. It has no title. The first one was called Grow. The second one is very new. I'm still working on it, but you'll get the first listen. Thank you. Yeah, my name's Rahmel. I'm a songwriter producer from London, and you can find me everywhere. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on my website, SoundCloud, everywhere. I'm going to drop my socials on the chat so everyone can have access. But thank you very much for the.
Can we call that song "You Give Hope"? Thank you very much. Yancy, over to you.
Thank you, Rahmel. Thank you. That was fabulous. Amazing. Could you just let us know where we can hear some more of that music?
Yes, so you can find me on Rahmel, spelled RAHMELLEE. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes. You can find me everywhere, basically. But I'm going to put it down on the socials, so it's much more easier to find. But yeah, the first song I released today, so you'll find that everywhere as well. I released the first song. The first song I played today was the song that I released today.
Thank you. Much love to you. Woo, woo, woo.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now we've got Senaya in the house. I don't know, for those who were here a couple of weeks ago, Senaya performed some amazing music for us. Senaya is from Guadeloupe. She's an artist, singer, songwriter, usually based in Canada, but I understand you're not there anymore. Let me unmute her.
Yes, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, perfect. I'm here in Guadeloupe for now, but I'm based in Montreal, yes. How are you, everybody? Can you hear me?
We can, and we all good.
Okay, good, that's good. So we are ready for...
Yeah, ready. When you're ready.
Perfect. So I'm going to sing for you the first song. Can you hear me? Just tell me if you can hear me, eh? Okay? Thank you. En main qui frôlait comme moi, on sourit et nous comprend toutes. Pas besoin parler trop, c'est la magie. Tant qu'à passer, sans même nous sentir, c'est une énergie entre vous et moi. Je vais expliquer, c'est là où pède, et sous prend raison, c'est là où pède. Qu'en moins dit, tout ça a été ni à dit, qu'en moins fait, tout ça a été ni à fait, mais là ou pas là, cette tristesse en vie en moi, toute sel, toute vie, toute miel, c'est vous. Pas ni à rien plus belle qui des moun qui aime yo, pas ni à rien plus belle qui des moun qui aime yo. Ça qui pas qu'à comprendre, qui toujours douté. Ça qui voulait trop comprendre, qui toujours jugé. Mais ça nous savait c'est que nous aimons nous. Pas ni à rien plus belle qui des moun qui aime yo. Pas ni à rien plus belle qui des moun qui aime yo. Hey, hey, regardez nous là. Hey, 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 regardez nous là. Si moi tombé, qu'elle lève moi, si moi aller, que chez moi, si moi arrêtez parler ou que comprendre moi. Pas ni à rien plus belle qui démoun qui aime yo. Pas ni rien plus belle qui démoun qui aime yo. L'amour, tendresse, j'allais pour nous, j'allais pour vous, j'allais pour nous. Pas ni rien plus belle, pas ni rien plus belle. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? I don't know. Hello.
Yes, you can.
Okay, good.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Good. I'm going to do the second song.
Thank
This
you.
song, it's called Soul Creole. Okay, let's go. Je viens de loin vous raconter une vie. Non, je vous rassure, je ne vais pas pleurer. Combien des gens, je suis souvent tombée. Et finalement, pour mieux me relever, car je suis moitié femme, moitié lion, moitié soul, moitié divine, moitié soul, moitié néant, moitié femme, moitié lion. Oui, c'est mon seul créole. Oui, c'est mon seul créole. Partout à la fois, mesurant mon entrain, se battre pour mon pain, tel est mon quotidien. Non, je vous en prie, surtout pas de pitié. Combien des gens, oh, j'ai pu souvent pleurer, car je suis moitié femme, moitié lion, moitié folle, moitié divine, divine, moitié là, moitié partie, partie, moitié moi, moitié les autres, oui, c'est mon soul créole. Everybody, everybody, this is my soul creole. My name is Senaya. And I'm very pleased to meet you all. Love for all, love for all. Yeah. We sing mon soul créole. Tout le monde, everybody, you can clap your hands. I cannot hear you, but it's okay. Thank you. I can see the faces. Hello. Yes. Clap your hands. Clap. Clap your hands. Right? Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Hey, c'est mon seul créole. Oui, c'est la vie qui m'entraîne à chaque fois que je ne peux plus me voir dans la glace. Et ça, c'est quoi? C'est mon soul créole. Yeah, hey, hey, hey. Oui, c'est mon soul créole. Thank you so much for the love. This is Senaya. Much love, everybody. Take care. Oui, c'est mon soul créole. Oui, c'est mon soul créole. C'est mon soul créole. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So our host is in the house, Mr. International. You there? You on? Oh, you've just
Sure.
muted yourself, Mr. International. And now he's popped off. While we're waiting for Mr. International to come back on, we've got a short video message.
We'll do the video message and let's see if we can get Mr. International on afterwards. We're not hearing you, Mr. International.
We can't hear you. You're not muted, but we can't hear you.
I'm going to play the video message and hopefully he'll sort out his voice issues. So let's go straight to the video. Everybody else, if you can mute your mics, please, will be greatly appreciated.
We would love to give a big thank you to the Ubele team.
Big love to the Ubele team. My name is Drew Sinclair.
And my name is Nisha Halai.
We live in Southeast London.
And we are part of a musical group called Unearthed.
We would like to say that in these unusual times that we think it's good to be creative with your art practice, your sounds, and your movements.
And also to allow yourself to spend some time in nature, just observing the rhythms of life around you.
You can find us at www.unearthedcollective.co.uk.
You give hope.
Give hope.
Yancy, I think we have to go with you again.
Okay, we've lost Mr. International. Okay, so Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great has been with us, I think it's every week since we've been on, and this is our 6th week. So,
yes.
Alex,
Hello.
you've been here.
This thing. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been sticking with us through and through. So, Alex, you can introduce yourself.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. It's great to see all of you and some old and some new faces. I had the great pleasure of being part of Apples and Snakes, which is a poetry collective or a poetry group. It's been going for a long time now. Sorry. And this evening I'm going to do a poem and a calypso. And the reason I'm doing the poem is it was prompted by the fact some of you may know of a poet, artist, rapper called Ty. Remember Ty? T-Y? Okay, Ty. Well, in 1998, when Ty was still quite a young man, we did something called Bus Jam. It was a fantastic idea. The director wanted to create something rather interesting, which was 6 poets were told to take a bus ride from the Aldwych on the 77 bus to the Battersea Arts Centre. Now, the Battersea Arts Centre, which I think is still going, but it was a very rich and very vibrant place for particularly poetry and Black artists of all sorts at that time. So we all took a ride separately on different days. We just, when he said, take a ride from the Aldwych down to the Battersea Arts Centre and write down 6 things that took your fancy on the day. And I wrote something, one of the phrases I wrote was grades of grey. And he liked that. I can't remember what the other ones were. He said, okay, write a poem, write something on grades of grey. And all the 6 of us did our own very, very different style of poetry. And then for 2 weeks, we traveled around on the top of the buses, and it was the early days of mobile phones. So we would sit on the bus, separate in different parts of the bus, and then make our phones ring just once. And then someone would go, uh-huh. And someone at the front would go, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And eventually it became a rhythm. And then very slowly or bit by bit, you realize that these 6 people dotted around the bus were doing this. Anyway, that's a short ending. We all did our own poems, and this is called Grades of Grey. And actually it's about colors to a certain extent. And well, I'll just do the poem. It has got actually a rhyme scheme, but if you saw it written down, you'd see that. But here we go, Grades of Grey. This is all images or ideas I got from this bus ride. Grey is the color of the old man's hair in the morning when he rise. Grey is the color of the old man's chin in the evening, but his eyes are deep, a deeper shade of black than the shadows cast at the end of a grey day so overcast. With a cloudy pint in a bar half asleep, the old man sips and sighs. Grades of grey, shades of grey, Nothing black or white in the world of today. Grades of gray with a gray overlay. Grades of gray. Gray is the color of the white hallway with the horse guards on parade. Gray is the color of the buildings bought with the money that was made long ago. In a time when a man had no right to a name, like the red and black soldiers, pawns in the game, creamily gleaming Westminster aglow, gray of the highest grade. Grades of gray, shades of gray, nothing black or white in the world of today. Grades of gray with a gray overlay, grades of gray, dark gray. Gray is the color of great Tafasta on its journey to the sea. White is the color of the wake of the boats riding so easily upon the tide. On the bank built a blood sugar brick stands the Tate. Britannia in marble sits guarding the gate. Cross over the bridge, dirty, mottled and wide, to see a smoking chimney. Grades of gray, shades of gray, nothing black or white in the world of today. Grades of gray with a gray overlay. Grades of gray, so gray, yes, gray. Gray is the color of the baby's eyes in the pushchair by the door. Black is the color of his mother's lungs as she looks at each store going by. At the pink almshouses on the Wandsworth Road, red, yellow, McDonald's, grinning like a toad. At the BAC, cream and brown try to fly, then it's gray on gray as before. Grades of gray, shades of gray, nothing black or white in the world of today. Grades of gray with a gray overlay, grades of gray. That's it. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed that. Some images there. All right. I'm gonna do a song called Lash Them Lara. Actually, I like to have when it's on, I love my cricket. I really love my cricket. I like to play Radio 4, Radio 5 Live Sports Extra. And today they're rerunning old cricket games. So today they're running a game from 2019 between West Indies and England. And of course, England won because they're only going to run the games with England winning. But still, it was nice to hear the commentary and it reminded me. So I decided to do this. I have a tale to relate, it concerns the pride of this land. Events we should celebrate in the whole of the Caribbean. This thing is no mystery, something to excite me. Rewriting of history by one special man. In Cantaro, watching old film of sobers winning the test. One young boy in front of the TV standing out from the rest. He practiced with broomstick, hitting marble and lime. Them speculate he could emulate Sir Garfield in time. Yes, everyone in Trinidad know that he could lick them bad. Lash them, Lara, go on and lash them. Everyone in TNT say from way back what will be. Go lash them, Lara, go on and lash them. Although his stature is small, he have no fear of the ball. However they play the game, he hit left and right just the same. Lash them, lash them, lash them, Lara. 100, lash them, lash them, lash them, Lara. 150, lash them, well it's gonna reach 175. Brian Lara, the finest batsman alive. All you know, hush up and listen while I continue my theme. At Fatima College, they played a new young boy on the team. Opposition tease me, they say he look funny, but he score a century and play like a dream. When he reach 18, the big time selectors asked him to play. to represent TNT and to do his best on the day. Then when he reached 20, them open the eyes. The captain see they give to him to no one's surprise. I'm telling you, everyone in Trinidad know that he could lick them bad, lash them Lara, go on and lash them. Everyone in TNT say from way back what will be, lash them Lara, go on and lash them. Although his stature is small, he have no fear of the ball. However they play the game, he hit left and right just the same. Lash them, lash them, lash them Lara, 200. Lash them, lash them, lash them Lara, 250. Lash them, well it's gonna reach 275. Brian Lara, the finest batsman alive. England and West Indies played the 5th Test 1994. The crowd sensing something big in the air and they start to roar. The tension is mounting, everybody counting. They feel that he bound to break the world record score. He now equals Sober's best and he faced the critical ball. They start to invade the pitch as it hit the boundary wall. Then when he play counting, he make 501. The ball is smashed, the records crash, he's second to none. If I tell you everyone in Trinidad know that he could lick them bad, lash them Lara, go on and lash them. Everyone in TNT say from way back what will be, go lash them Lara, go and beat them boys. Although his stature is small, he have no fear of the ball. However they play the game, he hit left and right just the same and lash them, lash them, lash them Lara, 300. Lash them, lash them, lash them Lara, 350. Lash them, well it's gonna reach 375. Brian Lara, the finest batsman alive. Once again he lashed them, lash them, lash them Lara, 400. Lash them, lash them, lash them Lara, 450. Lash them, well it's gonna reach 501. Brian Lara, the man is second to none, none, none. Thank you.
Well done. Wonderful, 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 Alex. You never let us down.
Thank you very much.
And can I claim a little bit of bragging rights here? We
Yes,
family.
brag away.
We family. We family.
I
You know
we
that.
Family.
We
yeah,
family.
people don't know. Yeah, I'm saying we cousins.
We cousins.
Cousins by distant marriage, but we cousins.
We still cousins. Still,
That's right.
still family. Thanks again. Thank you. That was wonderful, as always.
By the way, as my wife just pointed out, sorry, the reason for picking the poem is because Ty died a couple of weeks ago. But I don't know if you all know that. Okay, as long as you realize that. So by me doing that as a kind of tribute, because we had a lot of fun doing that project together. It was real fun. And I mean, I'm very, very sad about that. But anyway, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, very soon I'm going to leave this on and go and make my other Zoom meeting on my phone.
Okay.
So I'll come back to you.
Okay.
All right?
Thanks again.
A little bit longer, then I'll go across.
Okay.
Right. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you for that. Mr. International.
Jeffrey, where are you? And
but Jeffrey's on his phone.
Mr. International.
I can see Jeffrey on his phone. We have Mr. International. Is your phone, is your speaker working now?
Mr. International's name is also Jeffrey, and we're still not hearing
another
it.
one.
Yeah, Jeffrey. Mr. International's called Jeffrey.
No, we're still not hearing you.
Oh, there he is.
He's there. Wave.
He gone.
No, he's there. He's waving.
Unmute.
Yeah, he's unmuted, but he's still not hearing him. No sound is coming out of his mic.
Oh, what a shame.
All right, Yancy, you are continuing to be MC. And Sule is next.
Yes. So we've got Sule.
Trying to unmute him. Unmute yourself.
He's unmuted. No.
There we go. Yeah.
Is this on email?
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Nice to see you all. Glad to be here. My name is Sule, and I'm from Montreal, based in Montreal, Canada. And beautiful day today. I'm glad to be here with y'all. I had an idea today to play a little bit of the banjo. And it's an instrument that I picked up. I'm mainly a guitar player, but I picked up this instrument, I guess, almost 8 years ago. I picked up this instrument and fell in love with the sound. And after the years, I've just basically had I've had a really good time learning more about it. Anyways, so I
Alexander,
pardon me?
Are you hearing Jeffrey now?
No, it's Sule here.
Well, on the show now, after a lot of technical difficulties and technical glitches, international on now, it's showtime now. Alexander the Great, it was excellent with your Brian Lara. Brian, thank you for having me here. The artists that I miss, well, I know I will still go back and get a replay all in that time, but I'm proud and happy to be here. Now with all what's taking place, we can still find time to kind of like come together as performers and cultural people from the Caribbean diaspora. And it's very good that we can able to do such a thing because there's a lot of people doing it now. And it's very effective too, because, you know, over the years, artists has been different places and it takes something dramatic to happen for we to kind of come together and like pull on the resources and the technology we have. So it's a good thing, you know. Well, I moved to this country in London 25 years ago, and I was fortunate to know Alexander the Great about 20 of them 25 years. We performed together in 2002 in the ABC Calypso tent, I think, and I embarked on like self-employment and doing catering and in the hospitality and all them things, you know. So over the years, we've been to different things. We commemorate different things. Like when Winnie Mandela passed away, I did a commemoration for Winnie Mandela with cultural art and drums and things. And we always, in my community, North London, I was always instrumental in keeping that, you know, and I could take opportunity now to one of our dear brethren who is in this realm like us, and he passed away, that's Brother Dougie. And I could just mention Brother Dougie because he was a stalwart, conscious brother representing us and everything, you know. Well, I have a song I write on the virus called Virus Alert. So I can make that contribution like here now, if that's all right.
If you can do your contribution, your song after Sule.
Okay then. So
introduce Sule, and then you'll do yours.
All right. So Sule is a songwriter, and well, we want to welcome Sule on the show. So if all of us could put our hands together to welcome Sule and take in Sule's contribution. Okay? So Sule,
hello, everybody. I'm back. And now we can do this properly. So glad to be here. Thank you so much to You Give Hope for doing such wonderful, wonderful work. It's a wonderful thing to be a part of a community internationally like such. So I wanted to talk a little bit what I'm going to do today. I had a couple songs I wanted to play for you. The first one is on my newest instrument, the banjo. The banjo is not normally associated with the music of African Americans, but it is something that I've learned over the years is actually very, very, very based in our culture, as the first banjos were from West Africa, like this. I don't know if you could see them on the picture, but that's what they used to look like. The instruments remembered by our ancestors were built into something that looked like this. You see the gourd, but you see the flat neck of a European style instrument where it starts to be a hybrid between African and European styles. Eventually it looks like this, or I'll find it. This is what we finally arrive with. The people who have looking like more like what we play today. So this instrument is something that I fell in love with, and I wanted to play a song that I wrote
that basically sounds a lot like the old minstrel tunes or like the old African-American string bands from the early 18th and even 17th centuries. This is a song called The Ballad of Bad News Brown, and it's a song, true story, about a Montreal artist and Haitian rapper who went by the name of Bad News Brown. So to give him a little bit of a story and to legendize him, I wrote this little tune for him. Sundown, Griffin Town, don't be found round here. This place can be seen. Found your face on the whole high ground. No one heard a sound. Your star oh boy, out here in the night. Oh boy, don't go without a fight. Oh boy, took your sound underground, played your harp, your mark, your city. Called yourself Bad News Brown down in the subway. Had you say beat the odds. Yes, oh boy, holler in the night. Woo! Made the world your stage, you were all the rage, your star was shining bright. Such a shame to see your name, morning papers, hide your second pound aside. Oh boy, how in the night. Woo-hoo! The devil walked through Griffin Town, flying by death and fear in a lane. Got poor Bad News Brown, and no one knows how to close nothing. Or needs Thank you. Thank you so much for the like. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. More. More. Please, more. That was amazing.
So I have another song. By the way, another thing that I should mention about my new adopted instrument, the banjo, is that it it did come to the mainland of America via the Caribbean. So my ancestors and many of our ancestors here may have played its predecessor in our history. I think, in fact, the oldest photos of the banjo are from Jamaica and paintings, because they didn't have photography. Jamaica and Haiti. This next song is a new song I wrote. It's a song called Are You Going My Way? It goes like this. Locked up in my truck, took off like a buck down the road. She was looking fine, come up by the exit time wheel. And she said, are you going my way? As I flip down the highway, singing dang, diggy, dang, 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 diggy, diggy. Well, are you going my way? As I trip down the highway, singing dang, diggy, dang, 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 diggy, diggy. Down by the edge of town, the roadhouse drives a sign, ooh-wee-oo. This dude looking rude told me it was time to go real. And he said, are you going my way? As I trip down the highway, singing dang, diggy, dang, dang, diggy, diggy. Well, are you going my way? Singing dang, diggy, dang, 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 diggy, diggy. Just past the railroad tracks, 2 more climbed up back, oh-wee-oo. Smelling like grass and wine, slipping in those sacred pines, oh-wee-oo. And they said, are you going my way? As I trip down the highway, singing dang, 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 diggy, diggy. Well, are you going my way? Singing dang, 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 diggy, diggy. Just by the edge of town, who passed past the sign, ooh. Thank God I felt so good, and I looked up past the sign, ooh. And he said, are you going my way? As I trip down the highway, singing dang, 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 diggy, diggy. Well, are you going my way? Singing dang, 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 diggy, diggy. Thank you so much. That's my time, and I just want to tell you all how awesome it's been to be here just before I can listen to the rest of this. The other artists so far who've been on have really been inspiring. Thank you, Senaya, for inviting me to do this, and thank you, Brian, for having us and hosting us, and thank you for all of your, it's been a great pleasure. You can reach me on all of the Instagrams and the social medias and all that kind of stuff too. The easiest way to find me though is to just go straight to my website. It's like a hub. You can find my YouTube there, and it's easy to remember, sule.ca. I'm handing it back to you, Mr. International.
I think Mr. International is having more. You're back.
I'm here. You hear me now?
Yes.
Well, that was a very good performance. Very interesting. And your contribution 100% today. I guess those around the world who listening would really see what or heard what we hear today. And we're to keep it up and maintain everything. I mean, this this virus is going on, but this shouldn't dampen our spirit. Let's make the best of whatever opportunity we have, and we can continue to carry this thing on. Now, I want to make my contribution towards the show today. It's a calypso that I composed, but it's a kind of message to Trinidad and Tobago. It's related to Trinidad, or it's internationally, but it's direct to Trinidad and Tobago. So it's called Virus Alert. So we can start now without further ado. When they call it out from retirement to come back and sing was not my intent. But COVID-19 take over the place, and human life is going to waste. So you can stay home, follow the rule, stay in your house, yes, and keep it cool. Face protection and put on gloves too. Don't get it twisted, you could get sick too. This COVID-19, everyone no go talk. Social distancing, careful where you walk. If you have big money, that can save your life. And if you're broken, crack or smoke your pipe. And all them big bandits walking around with gun. COVID-19, every you have one. So we can sing to rub your go strain. We need virus, you can't put down no walk again. Well, in time shock, people left the king. Here that the big lineup for fried chicken. It's testing times, I tell you as well. Shopkeepers upset because they can't sell. Selfish and greedy, they're running down money. He said, assuring some charity. Time to unite, call it one and all. If we don't do that, TNT will fall. Santi, I have a message from Mr. Rowley. Prime Minister, take care of we country because we don't know what's going on. Mr. Rowley, please no vaccination. If we make a mistake, we can fall in the trap. Mr. Minister, it's a November. So rule with empathy, set fast conviction, and bring back some pride, yes, to the nation. Hello. Die, bye, bye. Do we die, do we die, do we die, do we die. Diggy, diggy, die, die, die. Why da, do da, die, da, die, da, da, da. Do we die, do we die, boy, mama. Every day, da, do, da. Santi Manite. Yes, virus alert. You know? It's really great to be here today, and it's great to be in the presence of so much cultural and talent, and we should say greatness too. You know, Brian, well done for pursuing to do this and try to make a difference. When this is the time when we have to step up. Everyone has to step up and put what you have. We can't be shy behind and, you know, put what you have out there, because there are loads of people who today I know who are looking at this and welcoming this, and even happy to see Brian, happy to see so many other people, Alexander the Great, who's a stalwart over the years in England here doing his thing and representing. Hats off to you. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for all the artists and them who performed today. And we know we do a bigger one again. And when this pandemic thing finish, we can link up. We can link up in Common Ground. We can link up in Guadeloupe. We could link up in Africa. We could link up in Trinidad. We could link up in the United Kingdom. So this is just the beginning of something that we spawn in here today. Okay? Over to you.
Just to let you know, this event is the brainchild of Yancy Ralston, Dr. Yancy Ralston. This is her brainchild, and I'm just the engine that's pushing, that's moving this thing along.
Thank you, Dr. Royston also.
Okay, just to say, so the You Give Hope initiative, really, this is really to support the work of the Ubele initiative. The Ubele initiative is a social enterprise, and what we've been doing is trying to make sustainability here in the UK and in Europe for African diaspora communities. We've been responding to the COVID-19 pandemic, particularly because we know that it's affecting Black people and people of color disproportionately. So we have been trying to get the government to initiate an investigation. We've been working a lot under the scenes to support community organizations, looking into the service provision for BAME, mental health services, lots of work. Take a look at the website, www.ubele.org. That's ubele.org. Have a look at our social media page, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube channel. Find out what we're doing there. So back to you, Mr. International.
Yes, Ian, thank you for your contribution.
All right, we're going to get a message of hope from one of our previous artists again. And this is Jamal George.
Though this pandemic has disproportionately affected our Black community, it is important that we remember that as a people, there is so much that we can overcome together. So I am here to remind you of your strength as I give you some hope. Say my name. I'm an African. Say your name. We are Africans for survival. For survivor, I want you to say it if you mean it. Do you have the information? A simple explanation. Tell me who the authority to change my name, my identity, to replace the fame of great kings of life with the lies of misery and strife. Do with your pale heart, do with your weak mind. No respect for human blood sacrifice. The ancestors fed to the plantations. Say my name. I'm an African. Say your name. You are African for survivor. Is it for survivor?
All right, that was Jamal George. D, can you give us a couple songs, please, before we go to the next artist? Are you there? Yes. Sorry to ambush you.
Yes.
It's saying up here to unmute myself.
Now you're unmuted.
Oh, I don't know. It's saying it on the screen. Can't see. Right. Okay. Hello. Good evening again. It's Delight here. Gonna give you some music for the next few moments until I get my signal. All right. So this one, I hope you enjoy. So going inside the sound, Stevie Face. out in the living years. Listen tune.
Every generation blames the one before, and all of their frustration comes beating on your door. I know I am a prisoner to all my father also did. I know I am a hostage to all his hopes and fears. I just wish that I could have told him in the living years. Come sing with me. Say it loud. Say it clear. Won't you say it clear? You carry the sun as well as you hear. Sing with me, my people. Oh, it's too late. When we die. Oh, when we die. We don't see eye to eye. Oh no, I wasn't there that morning when my father passed away. Oh, I didn't get to tell him all the things I had to say. Ooh, thought I caught his spirit later that same year. I thought I heard his echo in my baby's newborn tears. I wish that I could have told him in the living years. Won't you sing with me? Say it loud. Say it clear. Won't you sing it clear? You carry the sun as well as you hear. Won't you sing the song, my people? Too late when we die. Too late. We don't see eye to eye. I hope these words will sing. It's too late. It's too late when we die. And the special one that you care. No matter what we're going through, I'm sure we can work it out.
So before I play my next tune, I want to pick up Rahmel, Mr. International, Usifu. Also gonna pick up Sule as well. All right. Been some great entertainment this evening, and you know what, thank you very much for coming out and giving us your time as well. And Senaya, forgot her as well. So big up to those of you who are giving your time freely. This is really worthwhile. But in the meantime, let me continue. He's a UK artist, goes by the name of Peter Huntingale, with his rendition of Let's Stay Together.
So love with you. Whatever you want to do is all right by me. 'Cause you make me feel so. I want to spend my whole life with you. Let me stay since we've been together, loving you forever. Oh, is what I need. Let me be the one you can marry. I'll never be untrue. Let me say, let's stay together. Loving you well. Times are good or bad, be your side. Times are good or bad, be your side. Why some people break up, turn around and make up. Oh, I just can't see. 'Cause you never do that to me. Would you think around me? We are to stay together. Love you weather. Times are good or bad, be on my side. Let's stay together. Loving you weather. Times are good or bad, be on my side. Let's stay together.
So that track was entitled Let's Stay Together, and during these times we have to stay together. Do you know what I mean? We really do have to stay together. So right, that was the last one from Lite. All right, gonna hand it back over to our hostess with the mostess, Miss Nancy.
Thank you, Lee. You always get us going. I had a little bit of a jig there, a little bit of a yeah. And now we're back to Sule. Sule's back in the house.
Hello, hello, hello. Yes, I get to do another one. That's pretty fun. I got to do two of my own originals before, my own compositions. So I figure I'm going to do something maybe a little bit more that we've heard before. Here, I want to see you all as I do this. There we go. You only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when the stars to snow. Only know you love her when you let it go. You only know you lie when you love her when you let it go. And you let her go. Staring at the bottom of your glass, wishing one day you'll make a dream last. The dreams come slow and it goes so fast. I see you when you close your eyes. Maybe one day you'll understand why everything you touch will surely die. But you only miss the line when it's burning. Only miss the sun when the stars and snow. Only know you love her when you let it go. Only know you're high when you're feeling low. Only hit the road when you miss the road. Only know you love her when you let it go. Staring at the ceiling in the dark, same old empty feeling in your heart. Love comes slow and it goes so fast. Hey, see you when you fall asleep. Never to touch, never to keep. Cause your love you too much and your time too deep. But you only miss the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when the stars and snow. Only miss the sun when the stars go. You only know you're high when you're feeling low. You only hit the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. And you let her go. Let her go. Let her go. Oh, oh. Let her go. You only miss the light when it's burning low. You only miss the sun when the stars just snow. Only know you were out when you're feeling low. Only hear the road when you're missing her home. Only know you love her when you let it go. And you let her go.